Follow your heart. I got a great question. I love this question from my YouTube viewers. Love you guys. Jean, who wrote in and asked me this. Several years ago, I retired from my job, engineering, but I continued with my nonprofit activity as a chairperson. This year, I decided I wanted to start a new career, real estate, and I need some advice. Should I continue with my nonprofit activity as chairperson, or should I let it go and focus on real estate? I'm really 50-50 on it, and I could see many benefits on both decisions. If I continue my nonprofit activity, I could gain exposure to future buyers and sellers in real estate and continue a relationship with golfers I play with, but sometimes I feel distracted and feel like there are too many irons in the fire. If I could discontinue my nonprofit activity, I would gain much more learning time for my new career and be able to focus on something new, but I feel like I lose exposure and relationship with some contacts. Jean, this is such a fantastic question, and what you need to do is get out of your head. You gotta get out of your head, stop making your lists of pros and cons, because whenever you have a super important life decision you gotta make like this, you have to think about it not with your head, but act from your heart. You got to do what's right for you, what you feel is the best thing, and don't worry about your business because that'll take care of itself. Here's what I mean. You became the chairperson of this golf organization, and great, if that's something you love, you're passionate about, if you're pouring your heart into it, it's going to be successful. If you are hanging on just to promote your real estate business, then you're doing a disservice to everybody. You're not going to be a great chairperson anymore if your heart's not in it. You're going to be constantly distracted from your business too. And you're going to feel like it's a big weight around your ankles. What you need to do is something that you're passionate about. If you still love being the chairperson, then pour your heart into it. Don't worry about the real estate business side of it. That's not why you're doing it. You're doing it because it's the right thing to do. You're doing it because it makes you come alive. And as a result, you're going to get a lot of business from it. You're going to make great contacts. You're going to meet potential buyers and sellers. And it's going to help your real estate business, but that's not why you're doing it. You're doing it because you love it. And if you're doing it just to try to help your business, the organization is not going to do well, and your business is not going to do well. And it's a disservice to you because you should be doing something that you're passionate about, and it's a disservice to the charity that you're a part of because they have somebody at the head who's not passionate about what they're doing anymore, and they're just trying to milk it for business reasons. And when that happens, nobody wins. So what I encourage you to do is look into your heart and figure out which one feels right. Would you really miss this charity golf stuff if you weren't doing it anymore? Do you feel like you still have a lot to contribute to it? Do you still want to pour yourself into it or not? And if the answer is no, then let it go. That's okay. You're pouring your heart into something new, real estate. This is such an important move for anybody making a major life decision because for some reason we're taught, make a list, pros and cons, and see which one adds up more, and that's the one you go with. And that's probably the worst advice you can give somebody when they're making a huge decision. Because when you're making decisions based on information that currently exists, you're probably going to make the wrong one. And it could look great on paper, right? It can look amazing on paper. It's the best opportunity ever. But if you can't pour your heart into it, you're never going to achieve success. And you can look at an opportunity that looks terrible on paper, that nobody wants to get into. But if you pour your passion into it, you could turn that into a success. So you have to follow your heart. That's the key. And by the way, you're getting into real estate, you should apply the same thing for that too. And I hope you did, and I believe that you did. But a lot of people, when they're making a career jump, trying out a new opportunity, if you're getting into real estate because you love working with people, because you love the idea of helping people find a new home, because you love making people's lives convenient, because you're going to take pride in being able to say, you should move into this house, it's built well, and you should raise a family there. If that's why you're doing it, then jump all in. But if you're becoming a real estate agent because you think it's a quick way to make some extra money, you're never going to be successful. And it, again, could look great. Like maybe now it's booming and everybody wants to be a real estate agent, right? It looks great. This is the magazines that show the hot opportunities to get into. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna dive into that. That's where I belong. That's awesome. Here's a way to make some cash. If you don't love it, you're never going to be successful, no matter how good it looks on paper. So throw away your list, throw away your pros and cons and the 50-50 odds on both. Take some time, think about what's best for you, what you're going to love, where you're going to throw your passion into, and make your decision off of that. And I promise you, it'll be the best thing for you, it'll be the best thing for the charity organization, and it'll be the best thing for your company. Believe. For those of you watching, you like the video, you can subscribe to the channel to see more videos like it. You can support me by clicking on the link in the description and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I love your comments coming in. They mean so much to me. So thank you, and I'll see you soon.